So, I have no idea how this looks. It's going to be a minute. That's okay though. The first thing we had to do is pick the rest of this pocket out. Well, maybe not the first thing we have to do, but one of the things that we need to do. Anyway, yeah, so if I'm going to sew right here, I'm going to have to take this down. And of course, I thought about that, you know, after the fact, but it's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So, I did find my seam ripper, but honestly, I think I'd rather use the really sharp scissors. So, and I do have to baste this back down, but yeah, we're gonna start with this first, basically because I can. So. Alright, what's going to happen is because that's going through there, I can't pick this up. But what I'm going to do is basically pick down to right here. And that way, when I get to this point of basting, I can cut that strand. And it won't harm anything because I'll have basted around here. And only the bottom will be left. So, yeah. Hooray! So, yeah, so I spent the morning recording stuff for Patreon. I only got 6 videos done, but I did also do a lot of planning of like future posts, like setting up my content calendar, which, like, in retrospect, that's totally what I've been doing, but I don't know, for some reason I wasn't thinking about it like that. I was like, oh yeah, that's totally what's going on. So there we go. That is enough of there. So really it's just right here. And this, we're gonna go ahead and get this over as well. So, like, you can use a seam ripper, but if you have a pair of, like, embroidery snips, they'll do it. Just, you know, remember these are scissors, and they will cut through your pants or whatever garment you're sewing. So be careful. But it's always a good idea to be careful so that you don't, I don't know, sew your pants to yourself. Something equally ridiculous. I've done that before. Okay, so now this has not been picked out, so this is going to take a little more concentration. Now at this point, this is a good time to use a seam ripper because I'm gonna want to get under the seam itself, and doing it with these pairs of sharp scissors is going to lead to me more than likely cutting it. So seam ripper, be your friend. Yeah. I'm gonna sing the doom song. All right, now I feel like I want to put something here on both pockets, by the way. Like, gonna probably take this out here so that I can make these match, and just put some bias tape on the pocket. Okay, so after this, I'm going to technically we're gonna base this down, but then we're gonna tack it down. So there we go. Okay, good. Yeah. Don't mind me. Oh, hey. Don't need that there. So, oh, good God. We're gonna use. Actually, can I use this one? I think I can get away with using this one. Yeah, we can get away with using this one. Waste not, want not. Remember, we're only basting it. So we just need one of the little tinies. And this will do right here. So I have not been sleeping worth a damn. I streamed yesterday, but it was like, whoa. So I ended up leaving early and then deciding that we should try again later. By later, I mean not then. So I am just basting this long enough to tack it down. So I'm not worried about knots or anything of the sort. I just want to make sure that this right here stays inside and is not poking out of the top of the pants. That's all. Because dislike. Yeah. Know what color I want to stitch this in. I have a question to ask the mutual. I have a suspicion, something I realized like about an hour ago. I want to see if I am the correct. I think I am, which is going to make basically this whole situation interesting. That's the word we're going to use. It's going to be interesting. So it's not like a bad realization. It's like, huh, oh, okay, I guess. Um, all right. Ta-da! Thank you, thank you. Good enough, good enough. Okay, now we gotta decide. What color we're gonna go with. Well, I'm very tempted to use one of the colors that is literally already in here. But I also feel like being obnoxious, so I'm thinking, bam, extra. Now, obviously, this qualifies as still in there, right? But no, this is what we're going for. This is gonna be fun. So, I think the doggo is a little better. Because I am home with her all day, it's really easy for me to keep an eye on her and to, halt bad behaviors. But I have already introduced her to the cone and said, look, if you can't even, if you cannot behave, then this is going to happen. And if you don't want this to happen, you must behave. Right? That's just how it is. I probably didn't use those words exactly. Now, hey, stop licking your hands. No. Yeah. She's got nervous issues. And her nervous issues are gonna hurt herself. So that's why I am on her about everything. Okay. Now remember how we said we were going to do the bottom last. So I'm going to start in this corner right here. Make sure I don't sew it to the pocket, and I'm just going to go up and around this way. So unfortunately though, it looks like the basting on this side went away, which is inconvenient, but I think it might be enough. Let's see. What up? Figure it was this. Now what's going to happen is, if for some reason this is wonky doodle, right? We will address it. I hate to do this, but I think I'm gonna have to. Alright, I really need to find my thimble. I just had a marvelous idea. I think I'm gonna take some of this, right? Some of these, huh? Yeah. And break out my sewing machine and wind some around some of my spare bobbins so they fit in there nicely. Huh? That sounds fun. Oh God. In heaven. Okay, so. Oh. Ha! There we go. What in the world am I sewing through? Alright, something that's going to make this really unpleasant. Oh, I see. Okay, so remember, when we attach, we can do this. Oh, yeah, or that too. We can just sew over it a couple times. Now, as you can see, sewing the seat of like the pants is the hardest thing to do, because what you're trying to do is make sure that you don't, I don't want to bury that. Make sure that you don't sew to any other part of the pants while also like keeping it in place. And that is a lot of fidgeting. And this is why I don't use hoops, because if I had to hoop this, oh God, no thanks. Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. Hooray! But I think I'm gonna try to record some more. I might just draft a copy though instead. I don't know. Okay, so this is true and not true anything else. Okay, so we want to basically go exactly through where we were. Okay, so we're going to leave that tail right there for a second, just long enough for me to get that through. Okay, so, and this is just a way to avoid knots. This was an embroidery trick that I learned from one of my teachers, who taught a mix. I'm pretty sure it was Michael Birch. Pretty sure. All right, so again, we're just, you don't have to have this perfectly like in, you know, in the way, but it's just easier if you don't layer it messily. Oh my gosh, there's a magnet there. Okay, so now remember, we're doing wide stitches on the inside and then tiny, tiny stitches on the outside. So we want to make sure that is right. And I'm not trying to pull this tight, but I just need to make sure that it is, you know, straight and not in such a way that when I go to fix it over here, like I have to take this apart. And I just want to make sure that that is fine. Okay, yeah. It takes like care, and it's worth the time to make sure that it's right, because what you don't want to do is put in all this work and then have to take it out, or it fail because you didn't do a very good job. And there's a difference between you got to remend it because it's time to remend, and you have to remend it because the mend you did wasn't very good, which is not, you know, this is not me saying anything to anybody about their skills, but like there are better and worse ways to mend. This is what I would say about medium. So I'm reinforcing the back, like the inside, but I'm not attaching. This magnet is driving me crazy. I'm not attaching as much fabric to places as maybe it would be a good idea to. But I'm fine with having to mend these in a couple weeks. That's fine. So if you're satisfied with your care, whatever works. Okay, so it was Tuesday, wasn't it? just had a thought. My class was supposed to be today. I'm pretty sure it got canceled because it got moved. Unfortunately, it would have ended 2 hours ago if it was like even on. So at this point, yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to be in class because we moved things up. I'm pretty sure. But guess we'll see. Why does this magnet is making me really angry? Why does it just insist on catching? And remember, I'm not pulling this taut. I don't want to pull this taut because if I do, what's going to happen is come it shrinking when it goes in the dryer, right? That is going to be bad news bears. Now, I want to make sure that I'm not too in the pocket area and like we're right on the line, right? We're right on the line. So that's fine enough. But this is something to like be aware of the whole time. Like the whole time. Now, we are going to take a moment to see where it's going to go into and see what we can do about taking this apart. So at this rate, what I'm probably going to do is just cut this fabric right here, right at the edge of the pocket. If I can recall where the hell I put my scissors. Let's get this out of the way. There they are. And this is a choice I'm making. It'll just be a lot easier to cut away this fabric right here because it's so frayed that like you call this a pocket. It's going to be not worth the effort to try and like salvage this the way that we normally would. Okay, so now we've got a little more. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, that works out. That works out fine. Now, again, must be careful, right? Must be careful. Because we don't want to sew over the pocket. The good thing is, we've already like started over here, and so I'm not worried about it. I just have to make sure that what I'm doing is not going through the pocket. And I will make sure before I pull this all the way through because I don't want to have to re-thread the needle because I don't want to. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, now we're also going to take a moment to see what's going on here and see what we can do as far as this goes. Because what I don't want to do is have this patch distort this side. So like here is fine and probably there is fine. So right about there is going to be an issue. And what we'll do is we will probably just whip stitch this together to try and get like some semblance of the shape it's supposed to be. And because I'm literally just sewing this together, I don't care what color the thread is. Like, it does not matter. So there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna understand that this is all ripped here. So what's happened is there's some distortion just here, right? There just is. And that's okay, that's fine. We're just trying to pull it together. And because this is so frayed, like, I'm not going to bother with a ladder stitch. I'm just literally going to whip stitch it closed and make sure that it's sitting where it needs to, so that when I go to do this part, it is not messing up the fabric here. All right, and arguably you could say, hey, you should have done that first. Sure, probably would have been helpful, but that's the thing, right? Sometimes the approach that you think to take is not the best one, and you will absolutely figure that out by doing it and fucking it up, and that's cool. It's fine. That is not a big deal. Now, right, again, I am not worried about how this looks, because this is like a band-aid. That's what this is. I thought that blue post-it was my phone lighting up, and I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, that's not right. Your phone's recording. It can't be lighting up. Yeah. So now, as you can see, this is just leaving this little gap, which is probably some of what was there, and that's fine. And that like looks way different than it being like peeled back, like, you know, banana peel or whatever. And yeah, we're just gonna affix it so it just doesn't wiggle around. That's all we're doing right now. Okay, that's good. That's good. Because again, I want to make sure that I don't distort this tacking it on, which is what like I'm concerned with. So, yeah. Now, that thread right there has been compromised, so it's just, that's the space it would take, but it is, and we don't need that anymore. Now, am I gonna manipulate this fabric and probably rip that out? Oh, yeah, no, definitely. But that'll be after I already fix this part, and so it won't be a big flipping deal. So, okay. Arguably, I should have done this last session, and I just didn't. I didn't think about it. And by the time I did, I was like, I've already made a decision to leave. So I was like, oh well. Okay. So let's see. Okay, yes. So this is the right email, and I don't have anything else. Okay, so da 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 da. I guess what I need to do is I need to figure out this. What is this? I've got Britney Spears and like I don't know some mashup of Toxic like playing in my head, or maybe it's the original one. I don't freaking know. Okay, so copy. Compose. So now we are pretty much out of the woods as far as worrying about anything going on. So I can manipulate this a lot more now because I don't have fabric I'm really worried about. Like, I'm also getting to another point where it's basted and like this fabric is put together. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of thread and there was like neon thread in it. I was like, yeah, that'll be obnoxious. 1 second. Boom. Call myself Little Miss Tachycardia. Yes, that's gonna be fun. So yeah, I wonder if with this we're just trying to yeah, that's like enough. That's enough. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure that I close as many tabs as possible. things I should have done before I started streaming. Look, I was not thinking about this at all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. So this is like, honestly, this is the most boring part, but this is necessary. You have to do this. If you don't do this, you know, good luck. Luckily, it's also really simple. Super simple. Super simple. I don't know how long we're gonna stream tonight. I'm definitely gonna finish this basting and maybe start on the bottom, the bottom patch. Like this. Hold on. Let's get this needle through her first, and then oh my gosh, yes. And this is why you need good sturdy needles. And a Sashago needle is, you know, that's the good shit right there, because you're gonna be going through some fabric. So that right there is the one I definitely want to do tonight. But if we can do all the way up here, that'd be awesome. But this one I definitely want to do. Yeah. Shh, wow. I am the worst. Oh my god. Hopefully that gets a laugh out of the mutual. Okay, so now you notice this does not go all the way up here, but it does get taller here. So we just want to keep an eye on that and make sure that whatever it does, it's not going above this line, because I don't want that. And if you wanted to take out the basting, like pieces, like string, thread, whatever, as you go along, as you tack something, I mean, you're welcome to. Just be careful that you don't end up taking out something that you needed prematurely, because that would be no good. All right, so oh hey, that's showing me my battery. That'll be helpful. Okay. Now, obviously, this is not going to stretch all the way over here. That's fine. It doesn't need to. That's why we have more over there. So the bad news is I haven't been sleeping well. Like, at all. Like, at all. Let's see. Now, I have not been paying attention to this, which is why some of these, like that stitch, that's where I want that. I want that tiny. That one's a little on the large side. So, hey look. Hey look. Don't be like that. Now, if you see on this side, right, that looks like super far away. But if it works outside of here, who cares, right? Hopefully it gets a laugh out of her. I know she needs one. Oh my gosh. So we've been pretty good about showing up here. Yay, yay, hooray. Also, I got more safety pins. I have brass ones that are gold colored, and now black ones. Some of the little goth heart is so happy. Like, ooh. I had to get the black ones. It was like necessary for life. I might have died if I hadn't. Okay, now, remember, we don't want to sew through these, right? Because we want these. Although, honestly, there's a really good chance I'm just going to cut this bad boy off. And, like, cut this one off, clean up the area, and put something else there. Now, when I do that, though, I'm definitely going to want to use denim for this. Because I'm going to want something sturdy there. Not just fabric. Now, I could cut this off, you know, wrap it in bias tape and sew it shut. The bias tape is going to be a little stretchy though, which is why I would consider wrapping it around versus just using bias tape. And the bias tape is what you use at the edge of necklines, the bottom of hems, and you can use it anywhere you need some stretch with some structure. There we go. Ta-da! So, I also really like not just obnoxiously loud colors like this holy shit orange, but variegated colors are fun too. As you can see, those are variegated over here, and it turns colors a bit, which I liked. We're going to commit to that. Don't ask questions. Okay. And you notice I'm not in a big hurry. Like, the mend will get done. I mean, it's got to be done before Thursday because I got class on Thursday, and guess who's wearing these pants? Me, because these are the pair of pants that I own that are suitable for like being out in the doors. Now, of course, if I need to wear scrubs, I can do that. I just don't want to. If I can help it. Not till I have to. Also, I need y'all to wish me luck. I find out Thursday, incidentally, everything's happening on Thursday. My first official day of class happens on Thursday, and I get to find out whether I start work next week or not. I would like to. I would very much so like to. It sounds like a excellent plan to me, but I'm waiting on paper finalization, things that I can't speed along, supposedly. What? Nothing. Now, I might look up how belt loops are made so I make sure that I structure them really well. But, oh my gosh, we're at 45 minutes almost. Now, the funny thing is, you can see it, right? Because it's super bright. But at the same time, it's not so conspicuous that if you weren't paying like really strong attention, you would like notice it. Resist the urge to use pliers. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just get a sharp needle. And can you lay down? Uh-oh. It looks like I will be right back. So I hate to do this to you. I'll be right back though. The dog is summoning me. I must go outside. So. I shall return. hopefully you didn't hear that little weird conversation outside. If you did, well, sorry. Hi, I'm back. We've returned. Yeah. Oh, goodness. So, sorry about that. Oh, we just went outside. You're out of your mind. Lay down. Hey, lay down. Lay down. No, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Sassy ass dog. Seriously though? Really? Somebody's like, I know where she gets it from. I'm like, I learned it from her. I don't know what you're talking about. I think I do feel up to doing some more videos. I got all of them off the ones I've already done off my phone. I gotta find some stuff though. That would be a thing. And I should like, I guess, prep the videos I have now and like get them queued up before I go and make more. Yeah. Although I could just do them all at once, like streamline them. Actually, I did do that. I wrote all of the copy that I could. And you know what? No. I should absolutely do what I've got up first because I need to put those things away. I am just... Okay, so... This weird TikTok sound of like somebody banging. Lay down. You can't get up there. The bed is basically a table right now. That's what's going on. No, ma'am. She's like, but you usually let me do it. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, not right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now you're periodically going to check this to make sure that it's not crumpled because you do not want to get all the way to the end and realize, oh my God. Yeah. So we're doing good. Adelaide, you were pitiful. That was bound to happen. Yeah, and this right here, this is why I don't like this thread. I actually need to do a review on it on my blog websites. I like the colors, like it's some fun colors, but the whole twist of it is like a nightmare to deal with. So that's a thing. That's a whole ass thing, actually. And this is sharp enough that you could very likely, with the right amount of force, go through your finger. So these, yes, be careful with. Hopefully you can still hear me. My Bluetooth just turned off. Okay. I don't know. Right, so we're at almost the end of this. Now, what I'm going to do is go all the way through this, right, and get it on the inside. And what we can do, oh my gosh, is when we go to tack it down over itself, we don't have to go all the way through the fabric. Because as you can see, this is like a giant pain in the ass, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here and just go there, right? And it's still going to be fussy because like you're having to pull thread over itself. It's still going to be fussy. But you won't have to go through all the layers, you know? Oh my gosh. It's like my least favorite part of this. I'm trying. There we go. Ta-da. And like a couple of times is good. You know, you just don't want it to come out. So we'll do it one more time for good luck. And just know that this is going to be a bitch to pull through. And we will then leave off on this color, well, this strand. There we go. Ta-da! And we'll just leave that out. That's fine. You can cut it if you want to. You can leave it out. It's not going anywhere without like a lot of work. And it's almost pulled so tight that it's embedded in there, so I'm not worried about that. Now, if I want to take this though and put this in my scrap, which I kind of do that, leave a little bit of a tail and put it in my scrap. So now it's time for another strand. Now remember, right, you're gonna be careful with these because I'm not conditioning this thread, and it's quite possibly gonna split on me and just be a jerk, because it's been doing that like the whole time I've used it, and that alone makes me not like this thread. Like if you need to pull it apart, I gotta tell you, it'll come apart really easily. But that's not really a trait I look for in my thread. I want it to stay. I want the plies to stay together. Now, when I start doing punch needle, which I don't know when that's gonna be. I just got this wild ass idea. All right. Is this? Haha! It is not. It is not. All right, that's okay. That's okay. I want to make sure that it goes with its little friends, though, because we don't want. First of all, we don't want this splitting it down, because we don't. We just don't. Make sure that's all even. And I like to give myself a little slack here so that I don't immediately pull things out. All right, so now, like with before, we're gonna go ahead and not go all the way in through the fabric and tack this down and then go, right? Hopefully this will be a little easier. Yeah, I've got Ursula playing in my head now. Okay, so, and I like to do this like 3 times. You can do it 2 if you want. I wouldn't do it more than like 5. I think it's gonna add too much bulk to the area. So like 2 or 3 times is probably good. And if you're not sure, tug on it. Like try to pull it out. And if it easily comes out, then you probably needed that extra one. So, and the thing is, you see, this is what I want. I don't want to be able to pull this and then pull that out. That's all I'm looking for. So, now we can get on with it. How long have I been doing this mend? Well, we've had 5 or 6 sessions now. Is it done? No. That's one. That is the cost of leaving a mend unmended for too long and it just getting worse. That's also what happens when you have to like redo things or fix things or adjust things. Now, I would rather this take longer and be just right than me have said, oh, well, you know, I don't want to fix this, so I just won't. Because that is not going to work. Now, I did say something about wanting to be yellow here, and I might take this orange when I'm done and, like, I don't know, do maybe some of this, some seed stitch over it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so again, here we come to a belt loop. I want to make sure I don't go through it as much as, because I do actually use the belt loops on these pants, even though the belt loops are a joke right now. I did not even think to like use this app that I have on my computer to like keep an eye on my phone's battery while I'm using it to stream. Wow. Wow. I don't know why. Okay. Oh my gosh. There we go. Oh my good gravy. Now, I am constantly turning my work, right? So that I can get the best angle and reach everything I need to and whatnot. Like, so that's a thing. And now we're gonna put this up here, put that there. We want to spread this out and make sure that it's still looking good. Like it's not puckering, it's not getting weird. It's like laying relatively flat. So yes, we're doing good. We did good. That's good. Now, what's going to happen though is we're going to get probably down here, and then I'm going to take some of these stitches out because I do see that I kind of want to stretch this down, and I actually might take. Let's see what we can do about this now. Let's see where it is. Okay, that might be enough. So we'll probably adjust it at the bottom. And here's the thing. If I need it, if it like folded too much, I am not above cutting that fold and then tacking those pieces down. Like I'm not above that. But I do that for a client now. I would build a better robot. Where's this needle that I'm like so-called needle that I have heard of? Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. So, all right, making sure that we're not doing something silly. And look, my priority was to make sure this didn't go above this line, and I think we did pretty good. There's some like little spots where, you know, it's fussy, but if I really wanted to, I could do that, or I could just snip it. It'll be all right. I'm not super worried about it though. So here it goes. Now the lucky thing is I'm almost done with this really thick ass part of the pants. Yeah, sewing this was not fun because I had to go all the way through. Now, remember, we are constantly turning our work and looking at it and saying, okay, is that good enough? Does that work? All right, so this will be like the last one in this area. Also, note the pocket that's over here. Like that needs to stay over there. I don't need to accidentally sew the pocket to itself. Again, I'm trying to be a little more conscientious about this. I usually am always checking front and back to make sure that nothing's gone awry, because it's really no fun to realize it after you have already like put in a good amount of work. So we're at the hour mark. We're gonna absolutely finish this. I don't like to we'll leave off in the middle of the mend, but not in the middle of like this part of the mend. Because no. We'll evaluate when we're done. I also have to be mindful of my battery. And the fact that I have other things I have to do. Like I have to record more. I have to set up, I've got 6 videos, including the one for today that I have to put up. Then I have all the videos for here that I want to put up. And the only one that's not going to go up before the video from Patreon for today is this one here. And that's because chronologically this one happened later, and if I had posted that like when I meant to, it would have been published at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So but we're gonna do the bits that are already done. We're gonna make sure. So I really need to write all this down. Probably. Give me a moment. I got new pens yesterday. Today's pen is lime green. So download all the videos. For oh, hold on. We are making all the notes. Current okay, that's enough of that. Just wanted to make sure, because I'm always forgetting stuff, and so my flavor ADHD is that when I think of something, I need to do it. Because if it's an idea and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll remember that later. No, I won't. It's gone forever. Which is why I constantly have like a little notebook on me, or I use the note app in my phone a lot, so that I don't have to worry about that. Now what I'm probably gonna do is I could probably put the pocket back on tonight. I could definitely do that. We'll evaluate in a minute. All right, so is that good? Okay, yeah, that's good. So, yeah, we're definitely not, we're at 34% now, and we're not going to get through, the decorative side of the mend, tonight. Yeah, again, we want to make sure that we're going all the way through, but not through the whole pant. Okay, and then I wonder what Sir is going to do when he finds out I have been calling him Angel Bay. Every time I say it, friends like, really? And I'm like, it works. Don't knock it. Yeah, I nickname people. It's a thing. You know, if I nickname you, you're going to be the topic of conversation at some point. Because then I can talk about people in, like, mixed company, and it's not going to be, like, an issue, because you don't know who I'm talking about. And technically, the person could be right there. Right? I know, I'm a terrible person. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Now... trying to make sure the DOG is not licking her hands, because that is a weird nervous habit she's started doing, and I'm like, no, don't do it. I'm ending season 3 of House now. I was totally gonna have this. Absolutely, I was gonna have a marathon of, like, Lord of the Rings and the Fellowship of the Ring, like Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. I could still do it tonight. Yeah, I haven't been sleeping well. I got 4 hours of sleep last night, but I also got 4 hours of sleep between 48 hours right before that. So, yeah. Like, I could feel you're losing touch with reality. Like, yeah. It's not a pleasant feeling. It's weird. I had a thought. I'll have to tell a friend about it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead all the way to... I guess we'll stop here and check now and see, like, what needs to be done before I get to this corner. Okay, so it looks as though it looks like it's all right. I will go ahead though and take this. Ooh, candy! I forgot I had this here. And the reason I'm even doing this is because I got 3 sides basted. It's not going anywhere. Now this is totally long enough to reuse again. So there's a really good chance that that's exactly what will happen. I try to reuse my thread, like, whenever I can. Obviously sometimes that is not always possible. What is going on here? Yeah, we're trying to be, like, low to no waste with the art here. Alright, so I see what's going on. There's a small, tiny knot. I think I'm totally going to do that sewing machine trick. Because my thread box is a mess. Like, this is offensive to me. It upsets me. And I can set my sewing machine just down and, like, access the top of it, because I'm going to be winding, so I don't need to, oh, biscuits. I'm gonna find her needle now. Now, if for some reason I can't find it, have like 2 more sitting right next to me, but I do need to find it because I'm listening to needles. There's a cat on the internet. His name is Noodles. And funny story, he's kind of derpy. And it's funny. It's just hilarious. Okay, yeah. This is fine. Anyway, the derp is strong with this one. So, the person who owns said cat, or the person whom the cat owns, you know, semantics, will obviously post pictures of said cat. And just, you know, doing various things, right? And then post pictures of Needles. And Needles looks pissed. Like, Needles looks angry. And Noodle just looks ridiculous, right? Like, do you know what's going on, cat? And the answer may be no. You know what, though? I do need to find this, though. And I don't want... Where is my flashlight? I had it not long ago, and I can't remember where it went. And I can't use the one on my phone. Because, you know, using my phone. I haven't been stabbed yet, so I don't think it's in my lap. I don't want to move my chair, though, because if I run over it, I'm going to possibly break it. Well, this is one of my good needles. I don't want to do that. So, for the longest time, I'm thinking, this person's got these 2, like, I guess they were Himalayans. I'm not sure. Nope. Same cat. Absolutely, it's the same cat. Just sometimes Noodles looks angry. I'm like, what? So I was convinced that it was a different cat. So who's confused now? Me. Which me? Back up. I don't even remember where I saw my flashlight last. Somewhere. It's ridiculous. Nope. I think so. What we're gonna do is not move the chair, but now I need to find my flashlight, which is where? Where is it? I guess we can look at my chair first. Good thing I like just vacuumed the floor, I guess. I was looking for something. I'm having a hard time today. Just having a hard life. What is going on? Just see, look. And I know it's over there. Ah, found it. I was in the pants. I knew it. Oh my god. Alright, so I have 28% on my battery. I'm absolutely positively not streaming anymore tonight. I think if I'm going to stream for like more than like, I don't know, an hour and a half or so, then I need to just like have a full battery for one. To be fair, I had 60% on my battery when I came over here, so, or so, like I didn't have a full battery. And it's taken me an hour and like 15 minutes and some change to get this far down. So that's not too bad. All right, here we go. Last leg, last leg. We're gonna power through it. Why? Because I want to get it done. I don't like to leave in the middle of like patching something. Like finish the step I'm on before I walk away. And it's just imperative, especially because we don't have it basted now, it's imperative to make sure that this stuff is not bunching anywhere, because what we don't want is that. Because while I can fix it, it'll just be so much easier if I don't have to. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Candy! Ow. And it is absolutely worth it to just take the extra time. Okay, like just take the extra time to make sure it's where you want it. Don't rush. You can think of it, this is part of mending is exactly that. It's slowing down and like really looking at things and paying attention and seeing what's there, because that's all of that is going to make your mending a lot better if you do all those things. You'll be able to pick the right fabric. You'll be able to work in a way that suits you and like the piece that you're working on. You'll be able to get good results. And that's what we want, right? Oh my gosh. So I'm sewing through several layers of fabric, like the denim itself, but then the corner of the fabric where it was once a sheet. So it's that hemmed edge. And it's just being a jerk. What I'm trying to do is not slice my finger open. Because, oh, we never checked our email. Let's see, do I have something? Okay, oh God, thank you. Good, awesome. Awesome, awesome. That's awesome. I was freaked out for a second. By the time I realized it, the class would have been over, so there's not anything I could have done about it. But, okay, so, now we're gonna put that over there, because, again, check. See, now, we pulled that a little bit when we pulled it, and we pulled a little too tight, so, like, again, come on, just do it. Okay, so this is gonna be super difficult, because again, what we just went through to get that through there, yeah, we gotta do that again, because it's still in that general area where it's folded over twice. Candy. Just be patient. Just be patient. I'm just slowly working it through the fabrics while I'm doing. There we go. Ding, ding, ding. I made it. So. Now, if you had asked me, how long is it going to take you to put this rectangle on and finish the rest of this mend, I would not have told you that it would almost take me dog nose. Dog nose. Dog nose. Get back. Get back. I wouldn't have told you it's going to take me almost an hour and a half. I wouldn't have said that to you. Now, I also like know better than to like expect it's going to take that there's no way I would have done it in like 15 minutes. Like, that's silly. I know that. Okay, now we're approaching the pocket, so I gotta be careful. The pocket is down here and off, but I want to make sure that I'm still mindful of where the pocket is supposed to go, so I don't, accidentally stitch through something I'm not supposed to. Go lay down. A DOG needs a hobby. She keeps like coming and looking at me like, hey, you're doing stuff. We need to be doing stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Okay, so again. Okay, I ate at a good time today, so that I'm not like starving right now. I was trying to eat later in the day and it was not working out. Okay, so we're gonna try and get through the rest of this, but my phone is at 23%, and so I don't want to rush this, because I don't want to rush this because that's not a good idea. But oh no, see, there we go. Yeah, not a good idea. What I do need is for this not to take too much longer, because I have to hurry up, because I think I'm gonna try and do more videos. I don't love doing them at night. I live alone, so like it really doesn't matter, but like by the time the day has ended, I would like to just be done with stuff and not be like still trying to get stuff done, right? Like I don't want to be doing that. But let's see, we see this crinkle. We don't want this crinkle here. Make sure that it's not. Oh, see, there we go. Boop. And if I hadn't paid attention, I would have sewed the pocket onto the pants, and then I would have had to take it off. And I don't know how I would have fixed that issue if I had noticed it later, but it wouldn't have been pleasant. It would not have been. Okay, so I am sure that this is going through, yes, twice even. Oh gosh. That's also why you saw me take it down to like that last corner of the of it. Okay, so we're gonna undo this because what's happened on the inside is it's gotten a little folded, and so we want to fix that before we try to put it through again. And you just need to be really careful because these needles are super sharp. They're meant to be. And I'm never in a rush when I'm mending. I'm letting it unfold as it does before me. And now you can see there are several layers of fabric here. There's this one, there's a navy blue one. And so as we go over these pieces, like it's gonna be harder and harder to push the needle through. Now, that's fine, that's not a big deal. That's kind of the point. That means that portion is nicely reinforced. And I'm not gonna worry that it's gonna come out. Or that it's gonna wear down, rather. Because it's not. So at this point, I'm not worried about this. I'm pretty sure this will be fine, so I can manipulate this a lot more now. And yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, see, we made it to an hour and a half. Would not have called that, I'm telling y'all. Would not have. Okay, so that is going through really easily because it's not going through all the fabric. So we're going to just move that up just a little bit. And I could tell because it was just pushing right through the fabric. And I'm like, it's been fighting with me this whole time. That's not right. Well, behold, I looked at it and it was not right. So we just need to make sure that we're up high enough this time with it so that the seam's not too low. And we're about done. We're about done. We've only got like 2 inches left, which is good because my phone's like probably headed towards 15% now. Like it's at 23, but it's got a refresh. And so I know that that number is probably not accurate. All right, it looks like I'm gonna have one more long stitch and then we'll be able to tack this down. And that'll be great. Because at this point, with the exception of the pockets and this little over here, I can wear these. Like this is patched enough for me to wear them. I'm going to absolutely finish them as much as I can before I wear them again. But yeah. Okay, so this is good right here. I got Monster High like playing in my head. I've never seen any of it. I've just seen some people do makeup inspired by it, or like so I don't like where that is. That's better. Okay. And I didn't like where it was because it was too close to the edge, and so what was going to happen is that it wasn't going to hold as well, and we want it to hold really well. So now it is on there, right? It is on there. It is not going anywhere. We're still going to do some more patching. but we're good now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and tack this down, and we're not gonna go all the way through the fabric to do this. I'm not gonna leave this super long tail because I'm not. And if you want to do a knot or whatever, you can. I'm trying to add as little excessive bulk and like small spaces as possible. And while it does add a little bit of bulk, I'm also like sewing through fabric. I'm putting like fabric over top of it and then adding threading to it, so there's going to be some bulk, but I don't want the bulk like in one specific area. Okay. All right. So this feels like enough to me. All right. So I've got this nice little doodad. All right. So on the inside, we've got this. It's done. It's good to go. And like that was a really big patch, right? And that encompasses like the piece over here and the large piece over here and the small piece down here. Now on the other side, we've got our pockets out. We're not going to sew the pockets back on today, because like we've got 17% battery and I have other things I have to do with my phone tonight, so we're not going to worry about that. But you see it's not crumpled up a bunch here, right, which is good. That's good. It got a little wonky doodle over here, like some of the things are a little lighter, and that's fine. If after I sew all this down and like mend and repair it, after that, if I want to take out some of the stitches, I'll have put so much stitches in here I won't worry about something coming out. And so that's the thing. So that's it, y'all, for tonight. Thanks for joining in. If you're catching the replay, remember that starting in 2 days, replays are going to be up for a week and then they're going to go away. So if you're watching them here, make sure that you catch them. But not to worry, I have an entire YouTube playlist. So if you want to watch any of my Twitch streams, you can. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye, railings, and I will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully.